We present Tony Hancock, Sidney James, and Bill Kerr in Hancock's Half Hour.
How much further is the bus stop, Tub?
Just round the corner. Stop moaning.
Well, why didn't we get on at the stop outside the pictures?
Because it's 10pence from there, that's why. It's only 8pence from here. I'm not paying 2pence for a couple of 100 yards. That's 6pence we've saved. Enough for 2 cups of tea in Fred's Cafe.
But there's 3 of us.
Well, you can have a drop in my saucer.
I don't see why we had to come all this way just to go to the pictures.
Because I've seen them all in Cheam. You forget I'm a 6 times a week man. There's only 3 cinemas in East Cheam. The Plaza, same film all the week. The Golden Dome, 6 days a week. Change on Sundays. And the Flea Pit, Sun to Wed, Thursday Sat. There's only 5 programs. Doesn't matter how you work it, you've got to get on a bus for the 6th one.
Well, why didn't we go up to London? Could have got 2 programs in up there. Cartoon show, then round the corner for Nudist Paradise and round the world with nothing on.
Do you seriously expect me to travel all the way up to town to see that sort of thing? When for 1 and 10pence any part of the house, we've just seen Street of Shame and Drag Strip Girl? Finer double feature we haven't had round here for years. Here we are, here's the bus stop.
How long have we got to wait for the bus?
Well, there's a timetable on the pole. Have a look. Ask that boy with the long hair to lean off it.
Not me. That's not a watch chain he's swinging.
Oh, well, it won't be long. The last one back to Cheam Garage is about 11:15, I think. We've got about 10 minutes.
Supposing we don't get on it.
Well, of course we'll get on it. They come along empty at this time of night.
There's a long queue. Let's walk back to the pictures. We stand more chance of getting on there.
No. Supposing it comes along when we're halfway between the stops. You know I can't run. Not with these steel tips on. Slide all over the road. We'll stay here. Have you got the fare money, Bill? I told you to put it in your glove.
Yeah. Well, let me get the tickets this time.
No.
Oh, go on. You got them coming.
No, I'm getting the tickets.
Well, can I hold them when you get them?
No.
I want to see if the numbers add up to 21.
You're not having them. You chew them all up. And when the inspector gets on, we've had it. I might let you have them when we get off the bus.
Where are you going to put them, then?
In the band of me hat. I've seen people do it, and it looks very good. Looks as though you're used to riding on buses when you do that. Another thing, don't start complaining if you can't get the front seat. And don't draw faces on the windows with your finger. Most embarrassing. Apart from the fact that I'm fed up with Hitler, it's the only one you can do.
I can do a baby with one ear sticking up at the top.
Well, don't.
Why don't you two shut up? You're like a couple of kids.
You're in a bad mood, aren't you?
Well, I wanted to go and see...
Yeah, well, yes, we know what you wanted to go and see. You can go and see it by yourself. I've no wish to see Nudist Paradise and Around the World with nothing on.
I shouldn't think so. You've seen it 3 times.
Who's asking you to poke your nose in?
Well, no one, but...
Then mind your own business. It was pure coincidence that I saw them 3 times. It just happened to be raining, and I went into the first cinema I saw. And I got inside, to my utter amazement, I found they were showing these nudist things.
3 times this happened.
Well, it so happened that the girl in the ticket box smiled at me, and I thought I was onto a good thing, so I went again. Just didn't work out, that's all.
What happened then?
How do I know what happened? I think the manager fancied her or something, I don't know. Can't compete with these flash alleys and dinner jackets and little moustaches. Not when they got photographs of themselves hanging up in the foyer, shaking hands with royalty.
Oh, blimey, how I hate hanging about in the cold waiting for the bus. Where is it?
Not due yet. You are a misery, aren't you?
Well, my feet are cold.
Well, you shouldn't wear those nylon socks. I told you to get a wool mixture.
They don't make the wool ones flashy enough. I like flashy clocks up the sides.
They look horrible. Pink's not your colour for a start.
They are not pink. It's called Mediterranean mauve. The latest colour from Italy, the man said.
Italy, Birmingham they came from. They can sell you anything, can't they? I can't understand you. For a man who's so shrewd in business matters, you're a right mug the minute you walk into a clothes shop. They see you coming. Nylon socks, two-tone Italian winkle pickers, Frank Sinatra hats. What a mess you look.
Oh, I don't know. I think I look pretty sharp.
Sharp. It's an education to walk behind you. If you could have only heard the comments as you walked up the balcony stairs tonight. Every time your trouser legs went up and those horrible socks poked out, a buzz went round the cinema.
That was admiration, that was. You're just dead jealous because you can't dress, that's all.
Me? Can't dress? Oh, well, of course, now you're just being ridiculous. I used to be a sensation in the 5-guinea ring at Cheltenham. Binoculars, British warm, chucker boots and jeans. Even the horses used to turn and look.
Hey, is the bus coming?
Where?
Oh, no, it's turned off. Must have been a lorry.
Why don't you keep your eyes open, raising our hopes like that? Keep quiet until you can see the whites of its numbers.
Why don't they put sides on these bus shelters? Oh, blimey, how that wind whistles through.
Oh, honestly, you're a right drag, you are. You haven't stopped moaning since we left home. I'm not going out with you anymore. You spoil the whole evening.
But we shouldn't have come all this way out. Takes the old shine off it when you've got to wait hours for the bus home. They only run every half hour. Oh, they're bringing us right out here in the wilds.
You're trying to start a row, aren't you? You've been after one all night, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
I see. You are blaming me.
Yes, I am.
Good. Good, now I know where I stand. I know where I stand. That's cleared the air a bit.
And what are you going to do about it?
Never you mind. Now I know where I stand. That's all I want to know. That's all I'm interested in.
All right, then. Come on, then. What about it?
No. That's all right, as long as I know where I stand, that's all.
See that? He's going to sulk now.
No, I'm not. I know where I am now. A stab in the back, most enjoyable. Starts up as a nice evening at the pictures, and it finishes up as a punch-up at the bus stop. Very nice. Friendship, that is.
I am not punching you up.
Get your hand off my shoulder.
There. Who are you pushing?
I am not pushing anybody. Just get your hand off my shoulder.
Are you threatening me?
Take it how you like.
Perhaps you'd like to step out into the curb.
Suits me as long as I know where I stand.
All right, we'll get it over with once and for all.
Certainly, that suits me. Bill, hold my bowler. Now then, you've asked for this.
I'm ready. I've been wanting to poke you one all night.
Well, now's your chance then. Come on then. Now I know where I stand. That's different. Now I know. Right. Put your fists up.
They're up.
Come on then, make the first move. Go on.
I'm going to.
Well, come on then. I'm waiting.
So am I.
All right then. Come on, make one move. Just touch me once, that's all. It'll be a lot. Come on.
All right then, come on then.
Hello, hey, watch it. Get back there, watch. I love you.
You want to fight then?
Yes, I do, yes.
Well, come on then.
All right then.
There's a bus coming.
Where?
Oh, no, it was another lorry. Well, it looked like a bus. It had the same shaped bonnet.
You buffoon. Well, give me my bowler back. I said hold it, not put it on.
You finished the fight then?
Yes, we have.
Who won?
Mind your own business.
It was a draw.
You didn't touch each other.
We didn't have to. We're two intelligent men. We don't have to resort to violence. We've grown out of the primitive means of settling quarrels. And any more cheek and you'll get a clip round the ear hole.
You'll also get one from me.
I haven't done anything.
Yeah, well, just watch it then, that's all.
Yeah, watch it.
We'll go by ourselves next week, Sid. Leave him behind, eh?
Yeah, he's a dead lumber, isn't he? Ah, for crying out loud, how much longer is this bus going to be?
He is a bit late, isn't he? Still, he'll be belting along when he gets here. We'll soon be home.
I hope so. I'm cold, I'm hungry, and I want to go to bed. I am not coming right out here to go to the pictures again.
Oh, come on, Sid. Don't keep on, mate. I'm the one who should be cold. You've got more on than I have. I mean, these vests with holes weren't made for nights like these.
Well, it's all right for you. You've got all that fat to keep you warm.
And now, come on, Sid. You're being personal now, aren't you? I mean, there's no need for that, old man.
Well, it's true, isn't it?
It is not true.
Oh, yes, it is. Covered in blubber you are.
Are you looking for a fight?
I don't mind.
Would you care to step out onto the curb again?
Certainly. And this time I'm really going to do you.
Come on, then. Let's have you,
Hey,
then.
there's a bus coming.
Oh, shut up.
Yes, there is. There's a bus coming. Lorries don't have lights upstairs, do they?
He's right. It is the bus.
Hooray, it's the bus. It's the bus.
All right, all right. Anybody would think it was Wells Fargo coming through the raised station?
Well, blimey, it's about time.
Well, I told you it wouldn't be long. We'll be home in half an hour. Now, don't forget, William, if we're separated, tell the man I'm upstairs with the money. Ah, here we are.
Come along there, both sides on. Hurry along there, we want to get home tonight.
So do we. We've been here a quarter of an hour.
Well, I can't help that, mate. I don't draw the schedules up. Come along then. 2 at a time, like they are. All aboard before the flood.
Yeah, right little comic, isn't he?
Yeah, get back in the queue there. 3 more inside. 1, 2, 3. 5 upstairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heads to look. Thank you. Full up.
Wait a minute, what about us?
You heard what I said. Full up.
Yes, but stone me, there's only 3 of us.
Well, that's 3 too many, isn't it, mate? I'm full up.
But this is the last bus, isn't it?
No. There's another one coming up behind.
Oh, good. What time?
6:30 in the morning. Now, let go of that rail. There's a good little fella.
I refuse.
Do you want to be dragged along the high street?
Well, no.
Then let go of the rail. You're not coming up here.
I know my rights. This is the last bus. I demand you take us home.
You'll get my ticket machine right across your knuckles if you don't let go.
We've got a long way to go. Just take me, then. Leave the other 2 and I'll pay you treble fare. There you are. 2 shillings for an 8-penny ride.
Are you going to let go?
No.
I'm going to ding me bell.
I shall write to the Minister of Transport about this.
Well, you do that, matey. He might send out a bus to pick you up. Hold tight. Have your fares ready there, please.
Bureaucrat! Little dictator! Hope you get a puncture. I got your number. He could have squeezed us in. We could have sat under the stairs till somebody got a... Well, what are you looking at me like that for?
You great, dozy, fat, stupid idiot.
Yeah.
You keep out of this.
Don't get on at the pictures. We save tuppence if we walk down to the next stop. Now we can't get home. I hope you're satisfied.
It wasn't my fault. I can't help it if the bus was full up.
It was your stupid idea to come traipsing all this way out. Now look where we are. Freezing, perishing cold, a dirty great gale blowing through our ear holes, and we're stranded. Miles from anywhere.
Oh, don't be such a misery. We'll step out. We'll soon be home.
Walk? It'll take us hours. I'm not walking all that way.
It'll do us good. You could do with the exercise. If we put our best foot forward and a few marching songs, we'll be home in no time. Come on, it's a nice night for it. It should be most enjoyable. The old Harry Lauder, eh? Go. Keep right on till the end of the road. Hi, hi. Oh, we can't stop under this tree all night.
I'm not getting out in this weather.
Come on, the rain's bound to stop in a minute.
You have been saying that for the last hour and a half.
I'll tell you what, Bill can take off his coat and we'll put it over our heads and we'll keep dry.
What about me?
What about you?
Well, I'll get wet if I haven't got my coat on.
But it's better for one to get wet than all 3 of us. Don't be so selfish. Take your coat off.
No, I'm not walking along the road in my shirt sleeves.
Well, you can wear my bowler hat.
I'm not taking my coat off. I'll get pneumonia.
Oh, you are an old woman.
Here. There's a car coming.
I say there, I wondered if you could help me.
Go on, Bill, quick. Go and ask him where he's going.
Why don't you go and ask him?
Because it's raining. Go on, hurry up.
Oh, all right.
It's a posh car, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'd soon be home in that.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, He's driving off. What a shame. Thought we might be all right there.
I've been a stranger in the city.
Thanks for the audition, Will.
Well, what?
Well, what does he want?
What did he want? Oh, you mean him in the car?
No, the bloke on the elephant. Who do you think I mean?
Well, what about him?
Well, what did he want?
Oh, he wanted to know the way to East Chim, so I told him.
What do you mean you told him? Didn't you ask him for a lift?
No, you didn't say to ask him for a lift. You just said go and see where he's going.
So help me, I'll pulverise him. Hold me back, Sid. I can't be responsible for my actions. I'll do him an injury.
Oh, no. Now, don't hit me. I haven't done anything.
Control yourself, Hancock. Leave him alone.
Take your hands off
Leave
me.
him alone. Don't touch him. Come here, son. That's better. Now then, let me do it. I can hurt him twice as much as you can.
Oh, no, don't hit me.
No, leave him alone. It's not worth it. He wouldn't feel it anyway.
Hey, look at that lightning.
Oh, yes. Yes, very pretty. Highly electrical. It's getting worse. What are we going to do?
We'll just have to stay under the tree until it stops.
Oh, dear.
It's dangerous to stay under a tree when there's lightning about. Very dangerous indeed.
Only if it's the highest tree around. This is only a little one.
My uncle was standing under a little tree in a thunderstorm once. He said the same thing. Then all of a sudden the lightning struck, wallop, split the tree right in half.
And I suppose your uncle was killed?
Oh, no.
Oh, there you are, then.
The 6 people with him were, though.
Why do you have to keep putting the mockers on things? I'm not standing under a tree with you again.
He's right, you know.
Oh, don't you start.
Well, he is right. It is dangerous. I read about it.
Why should you worry you're wearing crepe soles?
You're not, though.
No, I'm not, am I? Steel tips? I'll have had it, won't I? Out like a light. They'll find me in the morning with smoke coming out of me boots. What else can we do?
Well, we could go back to the high street and get in the shop doorway.
But that's 100 yards down the road.
Well, we could run. Wouldn't take long.
No, that's going back. We want to go the other way or we'll never get home. No, I vote we take a chance and stay here.
Sorry, mate. We're going. Go on.
Wait for me! Wait for me! Look at me. Soaking wet. All the stretcher's gone out of my braces.
Still, we'll be all right now. It's much drier in here than under the tree.
Here. There's some very, very good watches in this window, ain't there?
Oh, yes. Trust you to pick a jeweller's shop. Get that diamond ring of yours away from that window. I've no desire to belt up the high street with an alarm bell going.
Well, at least it's nice to be in out of the rain.
Yes, most comfortable. Keeps the wind off, too. Look at that rain bouncing off the pavement. It's like a monsoon. Look at it. I wouldn't like to be out in that.
All right, come on, move along there. Get out of that shop doorway.
Oh, good evening, Constable. Just sheltering from the rain.
Oh, shelter somewhere else. I don't like people hanging around shop doorways on my beat. I saw you come running down the street to this doorway. But it's suspicious you was acting. You don't like teddy boys in our area, so up it.
Teddy boy? Since when has a bowler hat been the mark of a teddy boy?
Now, come along, push off.
Look, you can't turn us out in a night like this. We're doing no harm.
There's hospitals for tramps like you. Why don't you use them?
We are not tramps.
I don't like the look of this. I think I shall take some particulars. Where do you come from?
East Cheam. We're trying to get back there.
Well, these teams in the other direction. Why do you run this way?
Because there are no shops the other way.
Oh, so you're after the shops.
We're not after the shops, only to shelter in.
Now, come on, clear it off. Think yourself lucky I haven't run you in. And don't let me catch you in any of these shops again.
But what about the rain? It's all right for you in your big boots, your cape, and your great helmet. We'd be drowned before we went 50 yards.
That's your lookout. Shouldn't be out in a night like this.
It wasn't a night like this when we came out.
Don't argue with me. Move on.
We're going. You'll hear more about this, my good man. The Lord High Sheriff of the county will get a postcard from me tomorrow. Come, gentlemen. Heads down, collars up.
Well, at least the rain stopped.
No, it hasn't. The wind's blowing so hard it can't land, that's all. Where are we?
I don't know. I'm never going to the pictures again. Never, never again.
Oh, don't keep saying that.
Well, it's 2:30 in the morning. It's soaking wet and we don't know where we are.
The world's an inhospitable place sometimes, isn't it?
Thank you very much for that pearl of profundity.
I can't understand it. We've been walking far longer than an 8-penny bus ride. Are we still on the main road?
I don't think so. I mean, your feet shouldn't sink into a main road, surely.
Here, wait a minute. Here's a milestone. Brighton, 43 miles. East Cheam, 3.5. Wow, we're going in the right direction anyway.
Now, come on then. Best foot forward.
Hey, wait a minute. I recognize this place. I've been here before. Yeah, now I know. I used to court a bird who lived out this way. Yeah, I recognize the air raid shelter. Oh, look, they've bricked up the door. Still, it doesn't matter. She's married now anyway. Still, I know where we are.
Well, so do we now. 3.5 miles to go. Come on.
No, wait a minute. You see, I know a shortcut.
Pardon?
I know a shortcut. Across the fields. It brings us right out to the Hand and Racket. Knocks about half an hour off the walk.
I see. So you know a shortcut?
Yeah.
Across the fields?
Yeah?
That knocks half an hour off the journey?
Yeah.
My intellect tells me to ignore him because he doesn't know what he's talking about. And wouldn't know a shortcut from a hole in the ground. But my feet tell me to take a chance because they hurt. And they want to get home to a bowl of hot water. And furthermore, if I don't go, they will. So lead on, Kerr.
Well, we're lost.
I'm not surprised. I'm not in the least bit surprised. You didn't really know a shortcut, did you?
Well, I thought I did. It looked the same air raid shelter where I used to see Phyllis.
Let's face it, knowing your courting habits, you could be confused with any one of a dozen air raid shelters in South London.
It's 3:15, and there's nothing around here for miles except fields.
Still, it's pretty, though, isn't it?
How can it rain non-stop for 4.5 hours?
Because we're out in it, that's why.
We should have brought a tent with us.
Oh, now that's very careless of me. I forgot to bring it. I always take a tent with me when I go to the pictures. There's one racing certainty. You'll always find me there with a pack on my back and a stove in my hand.
Now, Sid, don't be sarcastic.
Well, he gets up my nose. It's your fault we went to the pictures, and it's his fault we're lost. I haven't done a thing, and it's me who's suffering.
Oh, come now, Sidney. We're all in the same boat.
I wish we had one. I got enough water in my boots to float in.
Oh, never mind, Sid. When this is all over, I expect we'd all look back on it and laugh about it.
Don't be a twit.
I'm not being a twit.
You know, I've been thinking.
What?
That was a good picture we saw, wasn't it?
Well, I enjoyed it. I particularly liked that bit where she was standing under the lamppost and he walked up to her and sloshed her. That was a lovely touch.
What, you mean the bloke with the leather jacket?
Yes. Very good actor, wasn't he? Very natural. Could have been real, couldn't he? I liked the symbolic ending, didn't you?
What, you mean when the end came up?
Well, yes, just before that, actually. When he walked up the road and the camera went up in the air, so we could see how little he was against the surrounding world and how long the road was he had to travel up.
Was that symbolic?
Well, of course it was.
Why?
Well, it showed how little he was and how big everything else is and how far we all have to go. Well, of course it was symbolic.
Oh. What did it mean?
Well, it meant that this bloke was... Well, how can I put it like... How should I know what he meant? I wasn't in it.
Oh, Hitchcock.
Yes.
How are we going to get out of this field?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking about how good the film was.
Who cares about the film? That was hours ago. How can you stand in the middle of a field with rain streaming down the back of your neck and rabbit on about little blokes walking up big roads?
There is no need to lose your temper.
I have every right to lose my temper. I didn't want to go and see the lousy film in the first place. If I'd gone uptown to see Nudist Paradise, I would have been home, dry and wrapped up in a nice snug bed. But now...
Hey, look!
What?
I can see the man on the moon.
Oh, well, blimey.
There he is, look! He's looking straight at me. Oh, no. He's gone behind a cloud.
You can't blame him, can you? Wait a minute. Of course.
Now what?
If he saw the moon, that means it's clearing up. The stars will be out in a minute.
Oh, that's great. Now we're going to stand out in the middle of a field and count stars all night. Discuss the theory of the expanding universe, I suppose. Listen, matey, the only place that is expanding out here is the distance between us and that ramshackle cowshed we live in.
Have you finished?
Yes.
We are not going to count them. We are going to use them to get home by.
If it's quicker than walking, I don't care how we get home.
Right. Now, where are we? Let's see. That's the Great Bear up there.
It doesn't look anything like a bear.
It doesn't have to. It is mythology. And the mythologians were the greatest navigators in the world. Do you realize they were in America long before Columbus? And they only had little ships, too. Legend has it that Themistocles consulted the oracle at Delphi, which replied, "Look to the stars," it replied. "Look to the stars." Which told him that the wooden walls would save Athens. And lo and behold, he knocked 7 bells out of Attila the Hun. As he was passing through the Suez Canal on his way to Baghdad to buy a carpet.
And what has that got to do with East Cheam?
Well, they're the same stars. What they did for him, they can do for us. Now, that's the North Star. East Cheam lies to the west. So we go that way.
Are you sure?
There is no doubt in my mind at all. Forward, men!
I thought I told you to get out of this doorway.
Well, it's a long story, officer. Actually, we're waiting for the 6:30 bus to East Cheam.
Yeah. We've been waiting 7.5 hours for it. On and off.
Well, here it comes now. Go on and get out of this doorway.
Come along now. Hurry along there. All you early risers, both sides on.
Oh, it's you again.
Oh, good morning. You've been waiting here all night.
That has nothing to do with you. Kindly step aside and let us get on.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You're all soaking wet.
That's not surprising. It's been raining all night.
Well, you're not getting on this bus in that state.
You can't stop us getting on this time. There's plenty of room.
I've got the comfort and well-being of my other passengers to think about. You're not making my seats all wet. I'll take out.
Now what do we do?
You're not coming in this doorway.
Well, I'll tell you what I suggest we do. We'll wait till it stops raining, then we'll walk around and dry off.
Yeah.
I'll go along to the post office and draw a pound out.
Yeah.
Then we'll come back here and we'll be just in time.
What for?
The big picture. Change the program today. Thursday Sat. I was a teenage werewolf and blood of the vampire. We saw the trailer last night. You remember?
No, not again. I'm not going.
You remember that bit where he digs his teeth into it and our eyes go funny?
Oh, no more.
I promise we'll get on the bus right outside the cinema. It's a lovely program. You'll enjoy it. Both exes. Come on, live a little.
No, do me a favor.
No, give
I
up that
can't
youth
stand
stuff.
it.
It's ridiculous.
I haven't got this.
No.
That was Hancock's Half Hour, starring Tony Hancock with Sidney James, Bill Kerr, Warren Mitchell, and Hugo Morton. Theme and incidental music composed and conducted by Wally Stott. Alan Simpson and Ray Galton wrote the script, and the program, which was recorded, was produced by Tom Ronald. We present Tony Hancock, Sidney James, and Bill Kerr in
Hancock's half hour.
More tea tub?
Thank you, William, yes. Use the strainer this time. Do hate tea leaves floating about. Doesn't matter which way you turn the cup, they follow you round.
Okay, do you want any more omelette Yugoslavian?
No, thanks. I'll make do with the cornflakes Mediterranean.
What's that?
That's with milk on them.
Oh. Well, what cornflakes do you want? The already sugared ones or the ones you put sugar on yourself?
The already sugared ones, please. Don't like putting the sugar on myself. It goes right through and collects at the bottom of the plate. Those last 2 spoonfuls are like dredging the mouth of the Humber.
I'll have to open a fresh packet.
Thanks me the little Tony Tiger badge. Oh, good, he's riding a bike. Oh, I haven't got that one. Put it in the lapel of me clerical grey.
You can't do that.
I'm entitled to. I'm a club member. What? I've been whooping cornflakes since before they started making a noise.
They've always made a noise.
Anything makes a noise when you eat it. Now, keep quiet. I want to read the newspaper. Hello, I thought so. The dustmen have come out and striking the Isle of Man. Well, I knew that would happen. I could see it coming. Can't expect them to empty dustbins with motorbikes whipping by every 5 minutes. Haven't got much protection. Couple of dustbin lids, that's no good. Hello. I see these 2 have got engaged. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Look at them. What a couple of charmers. What can he see in her? Look at her. What does she look like? Beauty queen? Huh? They don't say when, do they? No, about 1932, I reckon. Look at it, all teeth and beauty spots.
Who?
I thought I told you to keep quiet.
Well, I have only
Do you want to go and stand outside?
No.
Well, be quiet then.
Well, I thought we were going out today.
We are, there's plenty of time. I haven't read the gardening strip yet. There he is, old Harold the gardener. Standing in the vegetable patch with bubbles coming out of his head. Now then, what's he saying? When you plant your potatoes, make sure there aren't no worms about. He's right, he's dead right. Very nasty, that is, wireworms in your spuds. Do you remember our spuds last year? Dug them out the ground looking like bits of Henry Moore's statues. Disgusting it was. 39 pound of potatoes. And we only got 5 chips out of them.
Where are we going?
I haven't made up my mind yet. You are a worry guts, aren't you?
Well, it's the first weekend we've had free for weeks. I want to go to the seaside.
Well, we're not going to the seaside. I don't like the seaside anymore. Can't get near the sea for feet. Great bare plates pounding up and down the beach. Try and have a nice doze and wake up with your ear hole full of sand. It's not my idea of enjoying oneself. No, if we go out, we'll have a nice, quiet day in the country. We'll have a go at one of these excursions.
They'll be in the paper, in the small ads.
Yes, that'll be next to the horoscopes. Here we are. Page 9. Holidays and tours. Coach tour of the South Downs, 32 and 6. Deluxe Coaches Limited. Tour of the Western Highlands, 12 and 6. That's very good. Oh, yes. You've got to find your own way up to Aberdeen. And what's this? Free, 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 free. Absolutely genuine offer, no obligations, guaranteed bona fide. This sounds like a catch, doesn't it? Tour of the local district leaving Cheam High Street at 2:30.
Who's running it?
I thought so.
What?
Sid James Mystery Tours. Isn't it marvellous? Every year it's the same. The only mystery I can see is how the police haven't caught up on him yet.
Well, are we going to patronise him?
Certainly not. We'll go along and see what he's up to, but I'm not buying any tickets off him. I've been stung too many times. Hello.
What?
My horoscope. Sagittarius. Beware, ugly-looking man with frizzy hair. Money will undoubtedly change hands.
Show me mine, Leo the Lion. That goes for you, too.
Oh, don't take any notice of him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Herbert the Gypsy, I've never reckoned him. He's had my mother frightened to go out of the house 6 times since last March. Come on, then, lay out me holiday outfit. Straw sandals, argyle socks, puff-paws, silk shirt, and the blazer with the RAF badge on it.
I think you look best in the Oxford University blazer.
Yes, I think you're right. Now, the Cambridge blazer looks rather chic when it's been cleaned up. Yes, I think the Cambridge University with the old Etonian tie. And me plastic Mac. Now then, Sid James Mystery Tours, 22A High Street, East Cheam. Well, that's 2022. Where's 22A then?
It's not there.
I can see it's not there. That's why I said, where is it? Why don't you listen? And get your feet off me plastic Mac.
You shouldn't have it so long.
I like it long. Do you mind? What's the point in having a plastic Mac if your turnips get wet? If you're going to have a Mac, have a big one. Now get your feet off. You'll have the welded seams coming apart. Now then, 22A. Go and ask somebody.
It's raining.
What difference does that make? They're not going to not know just because it's raining.
Now, wait a minute. Would that be it?
Would what be it?
Over there, in between 22 and 24, there's a gap.
That's right, that's the bomb site.
Well, there's a shed on it.
He's right, there is a shed on it. Well done, have a wine gum. No sign of life over there. Wait a minute, there's a flap coming down. Oh, yes. Yes. There he is behind the counter. Look at him. Looks like a dirty great spider in the middle of his web. Come on, me old fly. Let's go and see what it's all about.
Well, I see he's got some customers already. We'll have to get in the queue if we're going to do it.
Yes, of course.
There we are, sir. 2 tickets for the Grand Mystery Tour, leaving here in 10 minutes.
Where are we going?
I can't tell you that. Wouldn't be a mystery tour then, would it? You have to chance your luck. That'll be 35 and 6pence each, please.
It says 17 and 6 on your board.
You want to come back, don't you? Here, you go and stand over there by the others. We'll leave as soon as we sold all the tickets. The next gent, please.
So you're at it again, eh?
Oh, hello, Hancock. I haven't seen you for days. How's the tortoise I sold you?
It hasn't moved since I put it in the garden.
Hasn't moved?
Not a step. I haven't even seen it yet. I haven't seen its head or its legs. I picked it up and shook it this morning. There's nothing in there.
Of course there's something in there.
I don't care about something in there. Is there a tortoise in there?
Well, there should be.
Well, I don't think there is. I looked into the front and I could see right out through his leg hole.
Well, perhaps he was curled up.
They don't curl up.
Well, give him a chance. He's only a baby. He's still growing. He hasn't filled the shell up yet.
The shell goes with him. There's nothing in there. I've been poking sticks in through every hole and there's nothing in there.
Oh, well, if you've been doing that, it explains it. He must have got a bit niggly. He probably lifted up the shell and ran for it.
Well, I'm not satisfied. I want my money back.
Oh, I'm sorry, boy. I never return money. You ought to know that.
Well, give me another one, then. And no cheating. I want one with a head and 4 legs poking out.
You're too late, boy. I'm not in the tortoise trade anymore. They live too long.
What a poltroon this man is. How can you tell how old a tortoise is?
You count the rings on its back.
That's a tree.
Oh, you count its teeth.
That's for horses.
Well, you can't be right all the time.
No, you're quite right, William. I wish I'd never taken him in. Look, I wish to speak to Sidney, so you amuse yourself. Stand there and count the nails up the side of the shed.
1, 2, 3, 4...
No, to yourself, eh? Quietly. There's a good lad. Well, now, Sidney.
Yeah, well, hurry up and get it over. I got a business to run. What can I do for you?
These tours of yours, what's the fiddle?
There's no fiddle. It's a genuine, legitimate business. I run mystery tours. That's all there is to it. How many tickets do you want?
Wait a minute. Let's cut aside some of the mystery first. How does it work?
Well, I got prices of tours ranging from 5 bob right up to 35 and a tanner. You pay me the money and I give you a tour.
That sounds all right. I'll have 2 5-shilling ones.
And a very wise choice you've made. A delightful tour you've chosen there. Not as long as the 35 and 6-penny one, of course, but nevertheless interesting.
Good. When do we start?
As soon as you like.
All right, then. I'll go now.
All right, then. Cheerio.
Cheerio. What do you mean, cheerio?
Well, you said you were off.
But where's the guide?
I'm the guide.
Well, aren't you coming with us?
No, I can't leave the office.
Well, how can you guide us then?
Oh, that's easy. You turn left at the traffic lights, up the high street, first left, second right, first left round the gasworks, over the railway bridge, past the reservoir, round the back of the town hall, up the alleyway, and back here.
That's not much of a tour, is it?
Well, what do you expect for $1?
No, I suppose so. Oh, all right, then where's the coach?
What coach?
The coach that we tour in.
I didn't say anything about a coach. You got to walk.
But I can do that for nothing. I don't have to pay you 5 bob to walk up the high street.
Oh, yes, if you want to wander around aimlessly. Here, you're paying for the organisation. I've taken great care in drawing up a carefully detailed itinerary.
Oh, there's an itinerary.
Certainly. All good tours have an itinerary.
198.
Pardon?
There's 198 nails on this side.
Thank you very much. Now, count the nails on the other side, then you can start on the knot holes.
Right.
Good. Now, where is this itinerary?
Here we are. Tour number 5, East Cheam High Street and the shops. Leave here at 1 o'clock. 1:02, stop at the shoe shop and watch the blokes mending shoes in the windows. 13:03, all back in line to start all over again.
Hang on, I want more than a minute to watch the shoe menders. They wouldn't have more than a quarter tip on in that time.
Sorry, it's a strict timetable. You can't hold up the tour for individual members. You'll have to catch up the others outside the chemist shop.
What, Mr. Greengrocer's?
Sorry, that's the way it goes. Now then, 13:04, stop at the butcher's shop and watch the sausages coming out of the machine.
That'll be an attraction.
Yeah, well, I've laid it all on with Addy the butcher. He makes a special batch of sausages for the benefit of my clients. Now, we allow 2 minutes for that. Then 13:06, back in line for refreshments.
Oh, we get refreshments.
Oh, yes, all arranged. I've organised it with the caterers for special parties up to 30.
What do we get?
A glass of cherryade each at the sweet shop. Now then, you got 2 minutes to get that down you. Then a quick tour of the shop windows in King Street, walk past the gasworks, round the reservoir, round the back of the town hall. By this time, we might be a bit tight on the schedule, so you'll probably have to gallop the last half mile to be back here by 13:10.
And that's it, is it? That's the 5-shilling mystery tour.
I reckon it's a fantastic value for $1.
You do?
Certainly. I realise it's not as comprehensive as some of the more expensive ones, but it's not bad for the money. It fulfills a certain demand in the popular price range.
You may be right, but personally, I mean, this is only my opinion, you realise.
Quite.
I mean, personally, speaking as a layman, I would say at first sight...
Yes?
Without going into it, of course.
Of course.
I would say that without a doubt, this is the biggest take-on I've ever come across.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Now then, are you going on the tour or not? Because you better get on the queue forming over there by the stand bin. They'll be off in 5 minutes, as soon as we get a full load.
I'm not tramping around East Cheam looking in shop windows. What other tours have you got?
Well, there's a 7 and 6 Class A tour.
What's that?
That's the same as the other one, only you walk a little slower. The 10 bob deluxe tour, the windows you look in are a much better class of shop. Then we have...
Don't go on. Am I to take it you're running about 12 mystery tours with not a single coach?
I can't afford any. The season's only just started.
Well, I want my money back. I am a dissatisfied customer.
How can you be dissatisfied? You haven't been on a tour yet.
I've been up and down this town thousands of times, and I know it's as miserable an experience as one could wish to find. Give me my money back or I shall cause trouble.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Look, the estimated turnover of this company is 50,000 nicker a year. But as I know you, I will sell you half a share for 10 bob.
10 bob? 10 bob?
All right, 7 and 6. I'm not going any lower. Here, sign there.
Wait a minute, there's something fishy here. Why should you have a contract already drawn up? Look at it. 27 pages of illuminated parchment. This must have cost you more than 7 and 6. What's the catch?
Catch? There's no catch. Look, you're quite right. I can't give all my time to this little number. I've got so many other interests. I need somebody like you to take it over from me. It'll have to go. And I would sooner you, a friend of the family, than a stranger. Now, here we are. I will give you 51% of the company, controlling interest. I will keep 49%. Then it's yours, and I can't do anything you don't agree with.
That's true. 51 beats 49. Has the company got all the trimmings, office and all that?
Certainly.
Has it got a long table with a big hammer at the end?
Yeah. You'll be sitting at the end in your black coat and your striped trousers. Managing director. Intercom. Send in Miss Crint. It's all there.
For 7 and 6?
Yeah.
It's a deal. I've always fancied the big hammer. TH was SJ and BK to see you. Marvellous. Big row of notepads and 3 secretaries with funny glasses on. That's me, mate. Where do I sign?
Here, and there. And we need a witness.
Bill? Oh, where's he gone? I bet he's gone off picking up bus tickets again. Where is he?
98 nails and 33 knot holes. Shall I count the nails on the roof now?
In a minute. Sign this.
What is it?
Mind your own business. Sign it.
Oh, all right.
Oh, come on now. No printing. Real writing.
What do you mean, joining all the letters together?
Yes.
All right, then. William Kerr. There.
Nothing like it. Could be anything. Looks like a line on a temperature chart.
All right, it's good enough for me. Well, there it is. You now own a controlling interest in Sid James Mystery Tours Limited.
Thank you very much. What do we do first, then?
Get a good lawyer.
What for?
The police are after this firm.
The police?
Certainly. What do you expect? Running a mystery tour firm without any coaches. That's fraud. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
What can I do about it?
You'll have to buy a coach.
It'll cost over £5,000.
It's got nothing to do with me. You're the boss. I just collect 49% of the profits.
I can't find £5,000 for a coach.
How much can you find?
Oh, if I sold everything, about £1,000.
Well, I don't know why I should help you, a frauder like you. And as you're a friend of the family, I might be able to get hold of one.
Where from?
Sid James Scottish Tours Limited. They got a second-hand one going for 1,000 nigger. I might be able to persuade the board of directors to let you have it.
I see. Sid James Scottish Tours have got a coach.
Oh, yes.
They probably bought it for, what, 200?
Somewhere around that. Of course, it's an old one.
Oh, naturally. An open one, I expect, with solid tyres.
Yeah, that's right.
Vintage, what, to 1926?
1917.
17. Very good year for motor coaches, that was. Shall I tell you something? I'm not as dim as I look, and I am not buying it. I'm going to liquidate this firm as from now.
You can't.
I can. I own 51% of the shares.
Oh, yes. Those are A shares, not B shares.
Oh. All right, come on. How does it work?
Well, look, you only own investing shares. Now, that entitles you to put money into the firm. I own all the voting shares, which entitles me to take money out. And you can't liquidate without the permission of the voting shareholders, and I withhold it.
That means the police are after you as well.
Oh, no, I'm in the clear. I got it in the minutes. Here it is. Saturday morning, extraordinary general meeting held outside the shed. The chief voting shareholder called upon the chief investing shareholder to invest in a coach, and he refused. That would clear me in any court of law.
I see. So what it amounts to is this. I've either got to buy from you for £1,000 a coach that's only worth 200, or I go to prison, and if I buy the coach, you take 49% of the profits. And I paid you 7 and 6 to put myself in this powerful position.
That's about the size of it.
Bill, how would you like to buy a company for 5 shillings?
No, thanks.
2 and 6.
I don't want to go to prison.
How did you know? I thought you were counting the nails on the roof.
I was listening.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Well, what about it, then?
I don't appear to have any choice, do I?
No, not really.
Very well, I shall buy the coach. Here's your cheque.
Ah?
I shall build this company up and recoup my losses by honest means. I'll build it into one of the biggest coach tour companies in the country by sheer hard work and perseverance. Then, at the end of 5 years, you want to buy it back off me.
No, I won't.
Why not?
Our license is up in a week.
I told you you shouldn't sign anything without reading it.
Oh, shut up. It's all your fault. Counting knotholes instead of advising me. Got a week now to try and get our money back. Go on, get out of it, you ratbag. Go on. Go and get that coach. You're driving it. I know. We'll get some Americans off the boat train. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, visiting our shores from the far-off Americas, and welcome to East Cheam, Surrey, England, Europe. My name is Anthony, and I shall be your guide for this tour of East Cheam and the surrounding districts. And I'm sure all you American ladies and gentlemen find much of interest to you in this historic and beautiful slice of ye old merry England.
Hey, these seats are hard, Mac.
Exactly why I thought they might appeal to you, sir. You see, this coach is the original coach that Dick Turpin held up on his ride to Grimsby to welcome home the herring fleet.
Hey, did you hear that, Hortense?
I certainly did, Mervyn. Say, isn't that the cutest thing?
Well, now, if you'll have your cameras at the ready, we'll have 100 weight of used film piled up at the back there before we get to the end of the high street. Right you are, Sir William. Off we go.
Right you are, LD. Roger and all that. What?
Hey, is he a real lord?
What, him? Lord Kerr? Oh, my goodness me, yes. 17th Earl of West Chiswick. Very old family. He's on his hole from Eton, you know. I suggest big tips for him at the end. He's got a castle to keep up, you know.
Oh, yeah, sure. You hear that, Hortense? A real lord driving the coach for us.
Oh, gee, Mervyn, honey. Just wait till the Women's Guild hear about this back in Grand Rapids, GA.
As we pass along this historic high street mentioned in the Doomsday Book compiled by Alfred the Great, the well-known king, in 793... at the request of the barons at Runnymede near Ascot Racetrack.
Yeah, I thought that was King William the Conqueror.
Yes, well, it was in his name, but he was away at the time. He couldn't attend. He was on a crusade against the Vikings just outside Clacton. Now then, there's a very good shot over there, look. Don't all crowd on one side of the bus, you'll have the springs off. Now, notice the colourful local costumes of the native women as they go about their shopping. The run-down platform shoes, the quaint fag hanging from the corner of the mouth. Serving as a constant reminder of that great explorer, Sir Walter Drake, who discovered a tobacco plant in Virginia, the well-known part of America. And, of course, we note the colourful headscarf covering the traditional metal curlers in the hair. Note the headscarf is shaped in the form of a turban as a tribute to our long-standing ties with India and the British Commonwealth. Turn left here, Sir William.
Right you are, LB, and shall be done.
I'd like you to note the local tradesmen in their quaint shops as they carry on their ancient traditional craft. Notice the centuries of skill that have gone into the way of the old clockmaker, levers open another crate of watches from Switzerland. Note the loving care devoted by the local butcher on the many sides of roast beef of old England, specially frozen for us in the Argentine. And the natives' love of their traditional dishes and local foods is evident in the grocer's shop, piled high with processed cheese, tinned fruit and frozen vegetables. Over the bridge across the picturesque polluted river, down which floats impressive mountains of detergent foam. We can see the local housewives attending to their weekly wash. Note the weary slump of their shoulders as they lean forward and peer through the little glass portholes to see if their sheets are done yet. Over there on the right, we are passing one of our largest public buildings, a typical example of the more obsolete and generally accepted ugly periods of Victorian architecture, built in 1957. That tree you see over there with the railings round it is the Greenbelt area of this district. Thanks to the great public spirit of the council and local businessmen, no one is allowed to build on it, and it will be preserved for the benefit and enjoyment of the public for all time. That concludes the first half of the tour. We will now stop at this picturesque, lead-lighted, low-roof, brass-filled horror known as Nan's Pantry for a farmhouse tea.
Gee, Mervyn, just think we're going to have a real English tea.
Yeah, Hortense. And I hear they make it in a strange way over here. It's all loose and slopping about instead of in bags.
Oh, what a shame. Well, maybe they can't afford the tea bags.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Mervyn, now's your chance. Ask the gentleman.
Oh, yeah, sure. Excuse me, Anthony.
Merv?
I wonder if I could get a shot of my wife standing next to the English me lord.
Oh, why, certainly, by all means. Sir William?
Well?
Yes. It'll cost you $50.
$50, that's 50 cents.
50 cents. 7 times a dollar, that's 3 and 7. Yes, that's right, yes. $50, 1 Oxford scholar.
Now, how would you like me to pose, old American bean?
Hey, what's this? Ain't you got a monocle?
Oh, they don't all wear monocles, you know. Oh, dear me, no. No, only the ones with the duff eyes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess it'll be all right. Now hold it, your lordship. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Oh, don't mention Elsport pleasures. Yes, indeed.
In you go, everybody, for the farmhouse tea. Everybody back on the coach in 15 minutes.
Well, how do you think it's going?
Well, they seem to be enjoying it.
I can't think why. A load of old rubbish we've shown them. It's a bit of a liberty, you know, £3.10 each.
Well, we've got to get our money back somehow.
That's true. Needs must, I suppose. Come on, let's nip in the hand and racket. I can't stand that horrible tea she serves up.
Excuse me?
Oh, in Nan's pantry with the rest. If you hurry, you'll be just in time for a cup of varnish and a jam lardy.
I'm not on the tour. I'm from the London Transport Executive.
Oh, I see. The rival mob, eh?
Is this your coach?
This is so. I'm the owner.
That's all we wanted to know. Constable, arrest these two men.
I beg your pardon. On what charge?
On a charge of stealing this vehicle from the London Transport Permanent Museum. We've been looking for this one for weeks.
Oh, this can be explained, I assure you.
I sincerely hope for your sake that it can. Take them away, Constable.
I protest. You see, when I say I'm the owner of the coach, that's not exactly true. It's owned by a company, you see.
Yeah, but you're the managing director of the company, aren't you?
Why don't you shut up?
I think that settles it. Come along now, son.
Oh, what can you do?
And over on the left, you'll be interested to see the oldest municipal jail in East Parts. Working in the fields, you can see the first offenders. Not dangerous, but nevertheless put out of the reach of the temptations of crime and doing a service towards the economy of their country by heaving spuds.
Hey, Hortense, that fellow with a shovel, isn't he the guide from that last tour we made?
Yeah, and that's the English milord next to him. Hey, Mervyn, take a shot off them, honey.
Do you mind? Get your telescopic lens off my person, uncouth heathens. No, mind your own business. Go on home before I throw a spud at you. And as for you, James, you wait till I get out. You better take the longest tour you've got. I'll have you. You wait. Bill, throw a cauliflower at him.
Oh, gosh, what a nasty man.
Yeah, well, you get criminals in all countries, don't you? Now then, continuing the £8, 12 and sixpenny tour, we see on the right the outskirts of Sherwood Forest where Robin Hood did sport with Maid Marian in days of yore. And on the left is the very spot where Abraham Lincoln's sister-in-law was born. Over here we have the one...
That was Hancock's Half Hour, starring Tony Hancock with Sidney James, Bill Kerr, Warren Mitchell, Mavis Villas, and Errol McKinnon. Theme and incidental music composed and conducted by Wally Stott. Alan Simpson and Ray Galton wrote the script, and the program, which was recorded, was produced by Tom Ronald.